We are going back in time, episode number 1 overall with my man, Andrew Lipof. We met down in Tampa. He's moved up north ever since, and we'll revisit that whole entire episode because it was from 2019. But before I bring him on, he is an incredibly hard worker. He is continuing to grind. He has exited the company that we spoke about on our first show. It was called GetGas Boston, where he was delivering gas on wheels to the Celtics, the Patriots, you name it. He was doing it all here on that Entrepreneur Show. Vincent A. Lancy here. Like I said, we're going back in time. We're bringing on the first guest we ever had. And I am excited to share that this summer's episodes will be brought to you in part by speaker coach Cesar Cervantes, specializing in helping you get your transformative message to the TEDx stage. Guaranteed. To schedule your free brainstorming session, visit the link in the show description or CesarCervantes.tv. My man, Mr. Lipof, it's great to see you.
Man, what's up, man? Thanks for having me back. It's been a while since 2019, but glad to be back. And I know we've been talking, weekly, since 2019. So happy to be back. Awesome to see where you've been growing the shows. And congrats to you, man. And really excited to be here.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we've been trying to nail down a time slot right now. We've been going back and forth like many entrepreneurs. We are both busy. Sometimes it is easier said than done to get a time on the books, but we found some time here as we're recording this on a Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock our time. Let's go right to it, Lip. You started out with GetGas. You found a lot of quick success. You were able to exit. Let's introduce what that business was to everyone who did not see or hear episode 1.
For sure. So, back in 2018, I had an idea of bringing gas to the consumer, right? So while you're at work, while you're at the gym, for professional athletes, while they're at the training facility, don't want to stop after games, things like that. So really just had a thought and just put that thought down to paper, and then finding investors and really taking off. As you can imagine, when we first talked about it, it was for office parks, right? That was pre-pandemic and pre-everything that happened. So a big change, right? Since the pandemic, I really had to pivot. No one was going to the office parks anymore. No one was going to the gyms. Everything was locked down. And, here I am with, a startup company, and I got to figure it out. So either, hang it up or, figure it out. And that's what I did. So, and I really had to push through a lot of hard times, and decided to pivot, and we went into fleets. So big companies that had, anywhere from 5 to 300 vehicles that are going out every day. And I think my first customer out of all that was Encore Boston Harbor. So Wynn Casino in Everett, Massachusetts here. In Boston, and I was doing all of their black cars, all the shuttle buses. They had some shuttle buses that were running 24 hours. So a lot of work there. And I only had one truck and one driver at the time. So really had to figure that out and growing the company and finding good people. And that was really difficult. And it just kind of grew overnight, to be honest with you. Then I had a couple produce companies that, one of my buddies actually he runs a produce company in Boston. He found me a bunch of them in the area that, instead of going to the gas station, use GetGas, cheaper, convenient, the whole story. So grabbed them, decided, then, Amazon gave a ring. As you can imagine, that's when things really took off. They're a huge company, tons of lots in the New England area. So we did a pilot with them for 3 months. And then, that led into having their entire lot in Massachusetts, which was, as you can imagine, a ton of work, especially with all the other clients I had. So it really grew. We started that. We needed more trucks. So we grabbed some new trucks. We had to get more drivers, update the driver app, update the consumer app, because now it's for fleets. So we needed to really change the technology as well. So always pivoting for every little thing that they could do. And then I decided, as you can see, I'm a massive New England Patriots fan. I'm a huge sports fan in general. So I decided to reach out to them. I reached out to a couple players over Instagram, said, hey, this is what I do. Would love to give you some free gas if you want to post me on your Instagram story. And the first person that really gave me a shout was JC Jackson. Shout outs to JC, he's with the Chargers. But he's the one that really, really gave me my shot with them. And that opened it up to about 20, Patriot players that we were fueling, weekly, which was awesome.
I remember seeing those pictures first start to come up on Instagram, and just keep going, man. You've done so much. Keep going.
For sure, for sure. So, I really wanted to bring like the Patriots involved in the Red Sox because that would really just build my brand, right? And just get that out there to maybe, you don't know how many eyes they have on them and how many owners of fleets they might be watching. So it really opened up, and, the Instagram and Twitter, flooded immediately. I was getting all these DMs from all different walks of life, all different companies, telling people, no, we can't come here. Can you come out to Texas? Can you come out to different states? That's when things really started getting kind of wild. Things were going really well. Like I said, we had, Encore Boston, Amazon, Patriot players, produce companies. So it kind of really grew where we can grow it to, and during the pandemic, really hard to find, good people and really people that wanted to work. And I couldn't offer health insurance like these big guys in Boston could, right? And I couldn't offer a $10,000 sign-on bonus. So it was really difficult to find awesome people. We had some really great people that stuck with me for sure. And that's where I found the real difficult side of it, of course, just like any business. So as we grew it to where we could grow it to, we had multiple people come that wanted to, either invest more or acquire their company. And I decided at the time where I could grow it to as much as I could, find the drivers, do the hiring, do the finance, be that entrepreneur that I really wanted to be. It was time to, find the right person that wanted to take it. And we did. We found, the correct people that would find it, grow it out, that where it could grow to. And that was in early of 2021, I believe. So 3.5 years of taking my idea from college to putting it on paper to having it, run okay. And then a pandemic hit you in the face. It's just like any entrepreneur story, right? Like you're just going to keep getting hit down as much as possible. And it's your choice to either fight against it, push through it, or just give up. And I'll never give up on anything. So you just got to keep pushing through whatever it is. And I was lucky to be able to, pass it along. And that's kind of what the GetGas story has been, the past 3.5 years.
It's been great to see it firsthand. I'm so glad we can finally get you back on the show to talk about everything that really happened. And with the pandemic, everyone kind of got slapped in the face. You had to find a whole new way to run your business, a completely new business model. And it ended up working out for the best, getting looks from the likes of Amazon. I mean, we're talking the New England Patriots. These are huge organizations. And I'm so proud to call you a friend because I got to see all this success. I mean, every business you look, I'm a school speaker. The pandemic came. Schools no longer have money. Yep. I have to pivot and do all these different things. That's how the podcast really got taken off. And everybody was home, so I got great entrepreneurs like Lipof to come on the show. But now he is doing something new. It is a little sports related, as you can see. The first company featured sports stars. It featured sports teams, but now it's he's had this whole new brand that he saw a market opportunity, a trend going in the right direction, and he tackled it. Let's talk all about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I saw an increase in the sports card hobby community. Something that I've always been passionate about ever since I was little. I was always collecting baseball cards, basketball cards. Football at the time wasn't too popular, but I still had some football. And so I was talking to a bunch of my buddies. One of my buddies was also really into cards. And I was like, hey, I see a huge trend here of, people are, going on Instagram and doing this live, stream service of opening boxes for people, opening cards, and people are buying boxes and, doing box breaks, war breaks, and all these little things I never heard about. And I said, maybe why don't we try to tackle this? And it was something that me and one of my really good friends, Matt Newell, started, and it's called Sideline Cards. And essentially what we do is we do box breaks, we do single cards, kind of, entertainment. I'm on there breaking cards. We bring, athletes on as well. Like that was something that really, I wanted to do something different that, not a lot of people were doing. So, I brought on Matt Lacoste from the New England Patriots. He's now retired, but he also started his own breaking company as well for cards. So, he's a huge hobby enthusiast like us. So we hopped on, we talked about GetGas a little bit. We talked a little bit because he was one of my customers. We talked a little bit about, his opportunity that he has and where he sees the sports card hobby, where, it has just exploded in the past 3 years. And that's due to the pandemic, right? Like people were at home, people were bored, wow, let's go look at some like old cards we might have, throw it on eBay. So it really, it's a hobby for me, but it's turned into a business for, me and my buddy, where it's just something we do on the side, right? Just something where we enjoy, love doing it. And there's just tremendous opportunity there, just with sports cards, with like where, technology's going with it. People have started apps where they're doing breaking companies on their app. So like things like that. So it's really evolving. So something that, we'll see what happens with it, but it's something that we both really enjoy, and it's brought us back to being a kid again, right? Just, I feel like I'm 6, 7 years old. My mom's bringing me to CVS. I buy a pack for $2. Those days are over, right? Now,
Oh yeah, those days are gone.
you go into a hobby shop and every pack's like $20, $30. It's really crazy to see where everything's gone. But that's what I've been doing right now, a little bit on the side. It's something that we both really enjoy, and we'll see where it goes.
I think it's important to always follow our passions one way or the other. And even cards. I mean, even I'm seeing Pokemon cards. I have a little cousin.
Yeah.
I go to his birthday party. He's getting and I'm like, these came out when I was a kid. I remember going to the local stores, the bodegas, all these places, buying little packs of cards. Everything's coming back around. I'm a huge sports card collector as well. Starting to actually put a lot of my stuff on eBay. But while we're talking on your new company, let's plug your social media, your website, anything you have for these sports cards. That way people out there who are interested can get involved.
Yeah, for sure. So right now we're on Instagram. It's sideline.cards. That's our Instagram. And then we have a Twitter as well. It's Sideline Cards 1 on Twitter. So you can just find us there on social. No website or anything like that. We have gotten approached to be on Whatnot and some of these apps as well. Something we've been thinking about, but right now we just stream live on Instagram Live a couple times a week.
I like you keeping it in-house for sure right now. I mean, you could tell his work ethic right now. You've heard him all show. He's going to keep doing new things. I look forward to seeing what's next from you. Is there anything else you want to touch on with your new company? Anything else you have going on behind the scenes?
For sure. So kind of like my full-time gig right now, I'm also the head of global business development for a workplace experience app. Really interesting, also very unique industry as well. So something that's, kind of my full-time thing right now, besides doing the sideline cards thing as well. And then also I do some like business advising now, which is, kind of something that I really enjoy doing. So just young entrepreneurs that either have ideas or somewhere to just start. I've just been helping them advise, where to go find some capital, maybe where to go find technology, things like that. So I really enjoy doing that. Trying to, add my technology / love of sports / just overall entrepreneurship together. So I've been doing that on the side as well, just kind of something that has just started, honestly, in the past couple months. But I really enjoy doing that as well. So just trying to stay busy over here as much as possible.
Where can people contact you if they want to get involved in some advising that you can offer?
For sure. Yeah. So they can find me. My Instagram is Lipof66. They can find me there. My email is andrew.lipof@gmail.com. They can hit me up there as well. I'm always, open to hear what people have going on and see if I can help out.
Well, Andrew, congratulations on all your success again, from the new card businesses to the advising. You've got your hands full a lot. I look forward to even seeing what comes after these cards. Then we'll have to bring you back on the show. Everyone listening on, he gave you his social, he gave you his personal social, his card social. Be sure to hop on there. Even if you're new to the card breaking world, he will walk you through it. They are very interactive and hands-on with all they do. And the show is at That Entrepreneur Show on all social media except Instagram. We are on one page now at Vincent A. Lancey. Be sure to head to my YouTube channel, Vincent A. Lancey, for a clip of this show. But until then, we are signing off from St. Petersburg all the way to Boston, Mass. Lipof, it's great to see you.
Awesome, Vin. Thanks for having me. This was awesome.